7 tips to make good YouTube videos with your phone. Welcome back to the channel DM with Carl. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to make awesome videos for your YouTube channel using your phone. Let's not waste another second and get right into it. The first and most important thing you need to make sure you're doing is that you are recording videos in the highest possible quality that your phone can do. Right now I'm recording this video on an Android phone, but I'm going to show you how to change the settings on Android and how to change the settings on your iPhone in order to get the highest possible quality that you can. Let's start on Android. Let's head into the camera app, and then I want you to scroll to your video. This is going to pop up the video settings in the top middle. Now if we click on it, we're going to go to 720, then we're going to go to 1080 at 60 frames per second, and then one more time 4K. If you have 4K on your camera, I would suggest using it. It's going to give you the best settings. If you can't change the settings here, if you're in a slightly different Android version, you can head into settings and into camera settings, and here you're going to have your options to choose the best settings for your camera. Let's jump onto the iPhone, and we're going to head into the camera app, head across to video, and you'll see in the top right you have 4K there. To change these settings, you can go into your settings, into your camera, and then you're going to see record video. Head in there and you have 4 options: 720, 1080, 1080 at 60, and 4K. Choose the best resolution that you have on your phone, and then you set and ready to go. Now that we've got the settings sorted, I want you to make sure that you're always filming your videos in landscape mode. We're not on TikTok, and we're definitely not on Instagram stories. So when you're recording videos for YouTube, make sure that you are doing it in landscape and you don't have it upright in portrait mode. Tip number 3, make sure that you're clean and looking good, and that you've cleaned the lens for your phone camera. A lot of the time when we're handling our phone, we by mistake put our fingerprint on that lens cover. So make sure you take a nice clean cloth or a t-shirt and clean the back of the lens before you start. In order to make sure you're looking good before you start recording, make sure you take a check in the mirror to check that your hair and face is looking okay and that you don't have anything stuck in your teeth. When I first started making YouTube videos, I always used to forget to check what I looked like in the mirror before I started recording. And I ended up recording with my hair sticking up, or I'd have something in my teeth from my breakfast, and it just doesn't come across well in your videos. So make sure that you are checking that you're looking spick and span before you hit record. Don't film in selfie mode. If you're filming in selfie mode, do you know what happens? You start looking at yourself and what you look like, and it's really hard for the person to engage with you on the video because your eyes aren't looking at the lens, you're actually looking what you look like on the screen. So make sure that you connect with the lens and not what you look like on the screen, so that the person who's watching your video feels like you're talking to them. If you're looking off to the side, it's going to be really distracting to try and connect with your audience, and you'll lose a lot of audience retention. If you can look at the lens, your videos will come across much more professional, and you'll be able to hold more audience retention, which means YouTube's going to give you more views. Our next tip is the audio for your video. Audio is one of the critical things that you need to take really seriously in the video creation process. So what I like to do for my audio is make sure I'm as close as I possibly can get to the camera while still getting a good frame for the shot. What happens if you aren't close enough to the camera is the audio sounds really bad because it starts bouncing off the walls and bouncing off the floors, and you get really poor quality audio. Let me show you an example. If I was sitting over here doing my video, the audio would sound terrible, exactly like it does sound right now. If you're too far away from your phone, the audio comes across really terrible because the microphone on your phone doesn't record sound when it's too far away. So make sure that you are sitting as close as you possibly can to your phone so that your audio is a bit more crisp and clear. If you want to take things up a notch, you can get a lapel mic like I'm wearing here. They are not very expensive and they'll up the quality of your audio like you cannot believe. I'll leave links for you down in the description below to some cheap ones that I got started with when I first started making YouTube videos. Now you can plug these lapel mics straight into your phone. If you've got a new fancy phone that doesn't have the audio jack, then you might need to get an adapter so that you can plug in your lapel mic, or you can get a microphone that just plugs straight into your phone so you don't have to wear anything on you while you're creating your videos. Tip number 6 is lighting. Now you want to make sure that you have good lighting for your videos. It's really important to get the exposure right. There's nothing worse than bad lighting or a dark, underexposed image when you're trying to watch a video. It's really distracting and it's not going to help you create the best quality videos that you can with your phone. What I like to do is to sit as close as I can to a window, so I put my camera as close as I can to the biggest window that I have near me. This is going to put a lot of light on my face and a lot of light on the background to create a nice bright image. Now you don't want to film with open curtains or open windows behind you, because that's going to create a bright exposure and then you are going to be underexposed. So you can see I've closed the curtains and dropped the blinds behind me so that it's a tiny bit darker, so we don't have that bright white overexposure behind me that's distracting people from me talking to them and getting the attention of delivering the information that you want to in your video. So if you do have windows behind you and you can't change the angle for your video, just make sure that you drop the blinds or close the curtains so that you have a darker image behind you. Another power tip is to wear clothes that are a different color to the background so that you don't blend into your background. All the colors behind me are light beige and blue colors, so I decided to wear a red t-shirt so that I'm separated from the background. This gives a more professional look and helps the viewer connect with you instead of getting distracted by what's behind you. Tip number 7 is to make sure you don't have shaky footage. So if someone's filming the video for you, make sure they're holding the camera steady. Your best option is to put your phone on a tripod so that you get a nice, steady, stable shot. If you're going to hold the camera in selfie mode, make sure that you're holding it nice and steady. If you're holding it too close, it can get a bit shaky, so try and get your arm stretched out so that you can get a nice shot and stabilize that arm so that if you are moving it around, you're getting a nice steady shot and not this shaky, horrible footage that you can never concentrate on and you can never watch. I like to lock my phone off on a tripod in place so that I know I'm getting a good shot and I'm happy with the stability of my footage so that I can keep the attention of my viewer. Now, I don't want you to go out and spend a lot of money on a tripod. You can get an inexpensive tripod with a phone holder to get started. This one cost me 30 Rand, which is about $2. So it's not going to set you back too much, and then at least you can get a stable shot and get good quality footage so that people can focus on the content of your video and not get distracted by the shaky footage that's moving around all the time. And a bonus tip is to just be yourself in the video. Let your unique personality come through, because that's what your viewers are going to connect with. That's why people are going to keep coming back and watching your YouTube videos. So be relaxed, be calm, and be yourself. This is going to help you create the best possible videos that you can with your phone for your YouTube channel. If you have any questions or queries about these tips, please let us know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to respond. If you're new here, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel because we create new videos every single week, helping you start and grow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. Thanks so much for watching and we'll see you in the next video.